what practice that was?
9.
No, day 9. I was practicing.
Day 9.
I think
I think it's 10th practice. Or I think it was the 10th practice.
Told you no math.
So we're past 1/3 of the way through. And, oh, goodness. We're just about done with the installation. We did a little goal line today. We did some, Hail Mary type stuff. The types of plays that you'd run towards the end of a game. The types of defenses that you try to defend those types of plays. But there's really not a whole lot more to install right now. It's time to review tomorrow, get as good of a scrimmage as we could possibly have tomorrow, on Friday. And then we'll take a couple days off before school starts. So, of course, pitcher day is Saturday, so it's not really a day off, but we won't practice that day anyway. But overall, it's been a good camp to this point. I think I do appreciate the effort of the players. They do have a very coachable and teachable attitude. I've not really seen anything that resembles a guy trying to do his own thing or trying not to do it right. And that's all we can ask for these guys, is do their very best for us and trust us. And I think the coaching staff's been very diligent to take care of business as far as getting these guys a good scheme and being demanding of doing things right. So at this point, it's been a good camp.
Coach, you haven't seen Tim Kimbrough their last couple of days. Is he okay? Has he got something going on?
Yeah, he's going to be okay. I'm not going to talk much about injuries today because I just don't want to. But Timmy's going to be fine relatively soon.
Who's standing out to you in your wide receiver core so far this camp?
Who's what?
Standing out to you in your wide
Standing
receiver
out. It's easy to see. For me, it's easy to see who the veterans are, guys that have been around, guys that know what to do. They're handling everything better. The guys that are used to just living through this kind of thing. The freshmen are up and down. Some days good, some days not so good. Just getting used to the grind of it, getting used to the tempo of it, getting used to the scheme itself. But we're pleased with the young guys that have come in. I think the receiving corps has had a good camp so far.
Coach, I'll take a shot at a quarterback question here.
Okay.
The other day you were talking about giving each one of the guys an opportunity with the first unit, second unit, third unit. Did you do that, and just overall, how did those guys?
Yeah, we have. We do plan on Friday to take the 3 scholarship quarterbacks and give them as equal of an opportunity as possible. I don't know if you remember in the spring, sometimes it was whichever day that scrimmage would happen on, it would be that guy's day with the ones, so to speak. But we're going to divvy them up as equal as we can with the ones. They'll get shots with the ones, the twos, and they all 3 may get some shots with the 3s as well. So we can try to be as fair as we can, but also be as thorough as we can. I think that I'll say this, a lot of times you only get good looks when you're with the ones, but the 2 units have had their moments when they could pass protect. The 3 units at times has been able to pass protect at times, and that's when you get a little bit of time in the pocket. It's easier to gauge a quarterback's ability to take care of business. But I think they're all 4 of them. Really, you had Nick Robinson, really good students of the game. I'm in almost every single quarterback meeting. And these guys are very diligent, learn what to do. I'm really impressed with their ability to learn. And I'll tell you what, this summer was a great summer because there was a lot of things that they did on their own that helped them become more prepared for this camp. And I'm proud of all of them, really.
Does anything happen to make you look at a target date for naming a starter?
Not really. Not really. You'd like to say who the starter is. I don't know how many days out, but when you start prepping for Louisiana Monroe, you'd like to have a pecking order. But I'm not even set on that yet. I'm not set on saying that I'm going to have a first teamer by the time we do that. There's a chance we have a couple guys taking reps in game one. I'm not sure, but we're getting closer.
Coach, a lot of the older players are saying they're impressed with Trent Thompson as a true freshman. What is your take the first couple weeks watching him play with the big guys?
Well, I don't want to get into too much. I'm trying not to, one of the big things of this camp has been just team, and you start talking about this guy and that guy, it kind of takes away from that theme that we have. And but Trent's a lot like the other guys, very talented guys that when they're fresh and they know what to do, they're pretty good. When they're tired and uncertain, they look like freshmen. And I think they're all kind of in that boat a little bit. But Trent, we definitely we're on the right track when we recruited him. That's for sure.
As a freshman as a whole, I know last week you were asked about it, and you're saying something along the lines of just want them to focus on getting better every day. Do you feel like they're doing that?
I do. You'll see it in their eyes sometimes when they're like getting a little overwhelmed. And when you take the heat and you take the learning a new system and the competition level, being away from home, whatever it may be, it's not easy on those guys. It's not easy on the veterans. It's not easy on the coaches. Camp is long. We're here probably 7 a.m. We as the staff are usually leaving between 10:30 and 11:30 every night, and come back, do it again. And the players, they probably leave the building somewhere around 10. They probably get here to the building somewhere around 7:30. It's long days, whether you're practicing 2 days or not. It's a lot of work, a lot of mental preparation. But I think everybody's, banging away, grinding, believing. So far, it's been very positive.
You bring up two-a-days. Over the years, there's been a reduction of them for a variety of reasons. Is there still a benefit in having two-a-days, as a coach?
The biggest benefit of 2 days right now, in my opinion, is in order to get your 29 practice opportunities, and if you need 2 days to accomplish that goal, then it's worth it. If you could push it out where you'd have a 1 a day every single time that you practiced, I'd probably be for that. But when you do that, you push it back into summer school. The way our summer school works, this is one of the few summer schools that we weren't taking finals and trying to have our first couple of days of acclimation at the same time. There's usually not much of a break, and if you push it farther back, the guys will get no break at all. This year they probably, they had, some got out Wednesday, some got out Thursday prior to starting camp, which was a little bit of a break, which is better than we used to have. But 2 days I could do without them because I do like the recovery time. I like the film time. I like being thorough as a teacher. I like being able to get some lifting in during that time frame. I could live without having 2 a day.
Coach, getting back to the scrimmage on Friday, do you know yet, we have like ones versus ones, one versus twos, how that's exactly going to break down?
For years we went ones versus twos and on one offense versus 2 defense and 1 defense versus the 2 offense. But we go ones versus ones now, and I think it's been good. I think it's been healthy. And there are some rotations. It's just like if you were on a 8-play drive and you're no huddling, it's hard to have a core of receivers run 8 plays in a row, or 8 routes in a row without getting some kind of substitution. We tend to roll our backs about every 4 plays or so. We're not looking to wear anybody down. You may get some ones, some twos with the ones and that kind of deal, but it will be ones versus ones, twos versus twos, threes versus threes.
Speaking of receivers, you start seeing depth starting to be developed there a little bit?
Right now, I'm not going to say names, but we've got about 5, I would think. I'm pretty confident we'll be game ready, and there's a pack of about another 5 that we need to get about 2 or 3 of those guys to move up to that other group. Some of it has to do with just being inexperienced. Some of it has to do with just learning some of the new things we're doing. But we'd like to have 8 guys, 9 guys ready to go every game, and I don't think we're quite there yet.
The last couple of seasons, Fatone Bousa would go live full contact in scrimmages. Is that going to change this year because of the depth this year? And what we're looking at?
I'm not going to be for it. If he could convince me, if he wants to do it, he can convince me to do it. I might do it, but right now, there's no plan for that. He's pretty persuasive sometimes.
Mark, how much of a premium is it to find an interior defensive lineman that can come in and help right away?
We need a lot of help. Really, who did we lose last year? We lost Ray Drew. We lost Michael. We lost
Toby Johnson.
Toby. Those guys played a lot of ball for us, and they did a nice job, as the season went on. And so we got to replace those guys. And even some of the guys that are going to be the veterans hadn't played a lot. They hadn't been in the main role as a starter. So really, I'm trying to get anybody who was in that role at this point. So even our veterans have got to prove they can be the starter and handle that responsibility. So we're definitely going to have to play some young D linemen if that's what you're asking. We'll have to play them.
Mark, are you comfortable with where y'all are at right now in the whole?
I'm encouraged, really, overall. I'm encouraged. I see enough good things that if we can do those good things on a consistent basis, we're going to be a team that got a chance to compete. And I see enough on our special teams as far as athleticism and guys that can do a lot of the drill work that we've been doing at this point. Drills that simulate what happens in the game. When you see that they can do that, you're like, okay, now we can get into our schemes and rack our special teams. I think we have more depth, definitely more depth in the special teams we had a year ago.
You think y'all could be pretty good there considering the linebackers you got that aren't going to be starting and the running backs?
In the special teams?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I got a feeling there'll be more guys proving themselves as special teamers, and once they do that, it may even help their cause as an every down player. I think some of that's going to happen, but we've always believed we're going to have a chance to compete to win the East, and that's what we want to get done. But as I watch everything come together, I am encouraged with what I'm seeing. There's definitely a long way to go still, but I think we're moving in the right direction.
Last question.
Is Trent hard to categorize as a DN or a nose?
Yeah,
guy?
he can do both for sure. He's very versatile. He's big and strong enough to do it inside. He's got enough quickness to play some edge stuff. I think the big thing for him is like the rest of the freshmen: learn what to do, get in shape to play this kind of ball, and then we'll plug him in where he needs to be. But he's got a pretty good range of being able to play across the board up front.
I mean, Jenkins and Gathers were big guys that
Yeah.
did play at the end in some
Yeah, a little
capacity,
bit,
but-
a little bit. But Trent will be able to line up at both spots.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
All right.